Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Dave. We're playing 8-Bit Armies today, which is a real-time strategy game in not really an 8-bit style, but definitely like a minimalist kind of voxel cubic art style. We're just going to do a skirmish. Let's see, 2-player, we got Gator Gulch, Lava Land, River Town, Airport Rendezvous. The number of players you can have goes up. I guess we'll just do a 2-player in, let's see, let's just do Gator Gulch. And let's create. I will be the Renegades. I guess we'll have the enemies be the Guardians. I don't really know the differences between the two factions yet because I've only played as the Renegades so far. And they are the only two factions in the game right now, although more are being added as time goes on. AI normal, then there's beginner, hard, and insane. We'll leave them on normal. The AI is pretty competent in this game, so it should be a decent little challenge here, whether we win or lose. Let's just start the match. This is a pretty well stripped down, consolidated RTS. Resource gathering is pretty minimal. I don't really know that you can research anything either. We'll put a refinery here so we can start harvesting oil. We'll have this guy start exploring the map, as well as this guy. Kind of go to some of the odd corners here and see if we can find some loot crates, which would be nice, because there's free resources in those. Refinery's complete, so that's going to start harvesting oil from this, and that means we'll start getting some money. Let's build a barracks, I think, and then we can start creating more units.
Constructing.
Military units. Alright, has this guy found anything worthwhile yet? Doesn't look like it. I don't see any crates that he's found. It's just basically free resource drops.
Complete.
Barracks is complete, so we can now start creating some infantry units. I'll create 5 of each of these guys, and then we can kind of start making our first foray. Here's some more oil that we could harvest at some point. Not really finding any crates yet. Of course, that might have just been... The frequency of crates might just be something I found in the tutorial. Maybe in most games they're not actually that common. And this guy can keep exploring too. Why don't you go find out what's in this corner? Our enemy is going to be in the direct opposite corner. This is kind of a neat swampy map. Zoom in a little bit here and get some detail on the swamp graphics here. Alligators, bayous. Okay. So we're creating some soldiers, that's great. I think we can create a new barracks just to speed up production. And we may as well create a new refinery as well, although the game only lets you create one building at a time. If you create multiple buildings of the same type, you don't have separate production queues for each building, it's just that your unit production speed goes up.
Barracks complete.
Which is a neat little bonus. Let's create a power plant for our HQ. We have some army ready to go. I think we start moving some of them up the map towards some of these corners. And then maybe we join up with the soldiers we already have. Join them up to that army.
Power plant complete.
Get all those guys over there. And now we can create a new power plant. So now that we have, it's not a new power plant. Now that the power plant is complete, we can create a new refinery, which helps us to gather money a little bit faster. Let's get some more soldiers, and let's put them. Let's have a gather point right here, I guess. Our soldiers are
complete.
Almost all in one place. I think we can start fighting once this initial bit of military is done. I haven't played too far in the campaign, so a lot of these other vehicles aren't available to me yet. That's okay. Tech lab. So we'll build a tech lab because I want to be able to create some of these more advanced units.
Constructing.
That'll unlock some nice vehicles. Besides just these basic rocket and machine gun infantry that we've got going on. We've got 2 refineries, 2 barracks, I think, and 2 decent sets of Military. I think we'll just create one army and start exploring the enemy's territory. Maybe we want to get some support vehicles though before we do that. Now we have an engineer, which can repair stuff. Don't really care so much about that. We need a motor pool. Where's my motor pool? There it is.
Constructing.
So it's not so much of a technology tree in this game that you got to research all these technologies before you can get the really good upgrades. It's pretty much just a tiered system of building. So as you create the proper buildings, then you can create the units that require those buildings as a prerequisite. This game has very good music, and the production values seem really good. Create some armored cars here as a support. Let's create 10 and 5 tanks. I think that's a good idea. And we'll set the gather point up here as well. We'll station the army here for now. Once we have some vehicles ready to support them, I think we make our initial attack. And what else can we make as far as buildings that looks interesting? We have our tech lab, air control. We might like to have some aircraft, so why don't we build one of those? The base building it's nice and simple in this game. It's RTS the way you remember playing RTS, which was to take take a little bit of time, build up your base, build up your armies from that base, and then go just attack everybody. Looks like I'm taking the long way through the swamp. Because of the swamp, the paths are a little bit convoluted, but that's a fun little challenge as well. So now we have our aircraft place built, so we can make some machine gun helicopters, which should be great. Just kind of scouting out the enemy here. I could take that refinery, but I don't see a whole lot of point in doing that just yet. Let's camp our army at this crossroads, and then we've got our first little fight here, which we did win. Let's get some of these vehicles over here. We've got 11 rocket men, 13 infantry, and 9 armored cars. Ooh, they're starting to... That's an army. We need to take them out. They're starting to infiltrate us. They're moving a little bit faster than us, looks like. We have a tank. So let's get our armies. They have some airplanes too. Fighter jets. They took out one of my helicopters. I know it's super smart to have all your army in one place.
Headquarters under attack.
We'll just take out these soldiers, then we'll go defend our headquarters. Lost all of our infantry there. They are moving pretty quick. I guess we're gonna have to make some more infantry. We were able to defend though. I think we just keep our soldiers here for now though, rather than scattering them everywhere. We're making some more tanks. Looks like we're making some more armored cars, some more machine gun aircraft. What do I need for rocket helicopters? Air control and radar. So I guess I'll build one of those. Build a radar. Don't really need transport choppers yet. Let's build... Those are like kamikaze rockets. That must be something that the Guardians have. Let's create a few engineers that can heal us up, probably. Repairs all other units, so that's helpful. Create a bunch more infantry. We're going to need some more power, it looks like.
Low power.
So let's create some more power plants.
Constructing.
They're taking out our choppers with those.
Low power.
And good, they're starting to heal up our army there. That's good news, good news. Okay,
Power plant.
so we have some more power. I think I'll build one more power plant just to be on the safe side. And then we'll create some more... some more aircraft units. Got some rocket helicopters, which are going to be super helpful, I think. Alright, let's take out this transport.
Refinery under attack.
Make short work of that. Alright. Everybody back up here. Looking good, looking good. We need more money before we can build anything. Alright, good. We were able to take that kamikaze out before he did any damage to us. We are gonna... Oh, we depleted that. That's why. That makes sense. So we need more resources. I guess we're gonna have to build a refinery. Oh, we don't have any money though. We're pretty much making units as we have the money for them. So maybe we just try and go on the attack right away.
Power plant complete.
We have quite a few units. Maybe we just go for it. I mean, we might horribly lose here, but the rest of our soldiers will be built. While we're on the way here, and we can repair our helicopters here. Just let our units heal up. Very slowly getting
Constructing.
getting more money. It's very slowly getting healed too. Good, good. I think we go all out. Autobots roll out. Not really sure what we ran over there, but it's not so great. If we can just make a decent assault on their headquarters, I think that would be awesome. Oh, they have a big army here too. Here we go. Flamethrower tanks. That's disappointing. But we're starting to steamroll through a lot of their armor. All my guys are burning. we might come out a little bit ahead here, having severely depleted a lot of their firepower. Yeah, it's a pretty even fight, actually. These flamethrowers are no good on my infantry. Thinking it might be good to concentrate on heavy tanks and alright, so there's their headquarters. Heavy tanks and rocket aircraft, I think. Maybe even a missile silo. We still don't really have any money. We have a rudimentary army back here at the base. Taking down a little bit of their... This guy's having movement issues. There we go. Yeah, he's still gonna get stuck. I think we build a nuke.
Constructing.
It's gonna take a long time to build. We need some more resources. Now I think, well, we can't really afford the refinery right now because we're building very, very slowly, building a missile silo. Maybe we just get rid of that? Or is it slowly being built? I can't tell. But it would be satisfying to just nuke the enemy, wouldn't it? Okay, so their HQ... well, so I need... It's going to take a very long time to build that silo. And then once we build it, we need to build a missile. Well, I don't have to build it, we just have to fire it. I'm thinking, well, let's station our army down in this square since they keep sending kamikaze aircraft over. And let's just kind of patiently wait for our nuke to be built. And then we're going to need more money because... well, the nuke doesn't cost money though, so I think just the silo is what we're waiting on now. There goes my rocket helicopter. Those kamikazes are an interesting mechanic. They seem pretty effective. They're probably really cheap to create too. But I haven't yet played as a Guardian, so I couldn't say that with any definitive authority. Okay. So, ooh, they have attack hovering dudes.
Harvester under attack.
I don't think we'll be able to complete this silo soon enough. But let's just fight these enemies here. Yeah, I'm pretty much at my weakest now. And this is the AI on normal difficulty, so there's no great shame, I think, in also playing on beginner mode.
Refinery destroyed.
And we can't really fight the aircraft with our tanks, so we're pretty much just praying for a nuke victory at this point. Although our HQ is really dropping. Really dropping. I think you need to have line of sight to create a building. So what I should have done is use my initial stock. My initial stock of explorers to establish refineries at several locations so that we don't, you know, run completely out. So that's unfortunate, and they'll probably destroy my missile silo before that's done here too. which sucks because I would really love for that to. Well, no, I'm earning no money at this point, so its production is super arrested. At this point, there's not a lot I can do. I'm just gonna have to
Refinery under attack.
target these guys. My gunship is doing some okay work. It's got some range.
Power plant under attack. Harvester under attack.
Oh, I might just make a
Power
nuke.
plant destroyed.
It's so close.
Refinery destroyed.
I might not have the power to use it though. Huh, that's the caveat. There's always a catch. There's always a catch.
Refinery under attack.
I realize this is pretty boring at this point. We're pretty much just watching me get slaughtered because my pace of play at the beginning was fairly slow, but you know, I'm not going to beat myself up too much about it. This is about the second or third time I've played this game and still kind of getting a feel for how the pacing works, so it's too bad, but you know, it's also understandable. And the game is really fun, so I don't mind too much.
Harvester under attack.
They pretty much have to destroy everything I've got before it will
Harvester destroyed.
the game will be over. I could, I'm sure, just surrender,
Under
but
attack.
much more fun to watch everything go up in flames for a few minutes here. I'm gonna have to find out what those rocket airplanes are. Those seem like a pretty sweet unit. As I understand it, there will also be factions that can use like magic and that sort of thing, so it's definitely embracing its non-realistic nature, I think, as the developers move forward with new content for the game. That's really fun. Yeah, I'm pretty much earning no money at this point, so
Motor pool destroyed. Tech valve destroyed.
and there goes my nuke silo. Might be a good idea to build one of those sooner than later in our next attempt. It seems to be getting a little loud. Hopefully not drowning me out here. Apologize if it is, but and
Blue player eliminated.
that'll do it. Classic. I only killed 54 units to their 121. I didn't raise any structures. They got 14 of mine, which is all of them. The resource disparity was not that great, so I'm thinking it was just my priorities that weren't great in terms of what I produced. I created 100 units to their 121, so they definitely just created better units than I did, and probably a lot faster than I did. So I wasn't too far off the mark in terms of my scale of production, just my speed. So that's something to think of next time. But yeah, that's 8-bit Armies. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'm definitely going to be playing more of it in my Let's Skirmish RTS series, along with other stuff like Grey Goo and I'm sure StarCraft at some point, Age of Empires and Rise of Nations, of course. So you'll be seeing a lot more RTS on the channel as I kind of revise the playlist structure. But as far as 8-bit Armies, hope you enjoyed it. We'll be back with some at a later date. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.